May I remind you that we are not put here to get good, we are put here to do good. We are put here to be an influence and to add to other people's life. Salt by itself cannot be the main course. I don't want to go any place and eat and then they just bring me a little dish of salt. I really don't. It's too much. I was over in France and they had some big salt crystals that I thought was sugar. I had never seen salt so big. I thought that it was some raw sugar. And I put 2 scoops in a cup of coffee. And I lifted that cup to my mouth. And I felt like I was drinking the Dead Sea. And I had to tell the man, "Garçon, I think I need a fresh cup." Because the salt was overbearing. And if you ever get too much salt in one place, it does not bring blessing, it brings barrenness and infertility. It brings sterility. We're not designed just for all of us to get together as salt and hang around like a salt heap. Salt is designed to get to stuff that does not have our flavor. Are you listening? Salt is not the main course, and it doesn't bring attention to itself, but it adds something, and it's a difference maker. I've never seen anybody say, "My God, that chicken was outstanding. Where did you get the salt that I tasted on that chicken? That was some of the best salt. Was that actually sea salt that you imported? What? You've got to tell me, where do you get your salt?" Touch your neighbor, say, "It's not about the salt." You are the salt of the earth, but it's not about you. You are the light of the world, but it's not about you. It's about the thing that it wants to announce. Salt is a flavor. And so it announces its presence. And I tell you this, when something calls for salt and there's no salt there, you certainly know that, excuse me, this chicken needs some salt. This soup needs some salt. This fish needs some salt. You will call for it when you know that it's supposed to be there, but you can't taste it. See, when we are missing, they ought to miss us, sure enough. But when we are there, all that they know is that it's good. They may not understand why it's good, but they ought to know that is good, because we are not there trying to get good. We are there to do good. And when we are there doing our job, all they ought to know is that it is good. When God created us, he said, it's good, because he had placed salt in the earth. Touch your neighbor, say, "I'm the salt of the earth." I'm the salt of the earth. And you know what? There's something wonderful about salt of the earth people. They are unpretentious. They don't try to act all stuck up. They are down to earth, because they remember where they came from. Salt of the earth. Ye are the salt of the earth. And I hate for folks to get so heavily minded that they are no earthly good. Ye are the salt of the earth. So you keep your feet firmly planted on the ground, because you're the salt of the earth. Don't ever get too infatuated about some other two-legged human being. Because may I just explain this to you, that envy has its roots either in wrong comparisons or it has its roots in ignorance. You can be looking at somebody else and thinking that they've got it going on, but you don't know what all they deal with.